Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to Kickin' Bass TV. Today is the first official day of spring, so we're going to be talking about our top 5 spring bass baits, help you guys catch more fish during the pre-spawn. Do me a favor, hit that subscribe button down below. Let's go. All right, guys, today we're talking about our top 5 spring bass baits, starting off with number 1, which is going to be a lipless crankbait. This is something we throw so often. We had our own custom model design that you guys can order in any color, which we'll leave a link to below. But the reason why this is our number 1 go-to is because of its versatility. It's a great bait fish imitator. You can cover a lot of water quickly with it, and it's a number 1 reaction bait that you can throw. And in areas like this where visibility is low, also got relatively shallow, flat rock bed here where you can get hung up pretty easily. Our 3rd ounce design was made to fall a little slower through the water column in order to maximize your time in the strike zone, less chance of getting hung up on obstruction, and more chance of catching fish. The rattle was designed to sound almost identical to that of a craw underwater, and for that reason, it's a great way to draw bass in from further away, especially in lower visibility conditions. And the reason we throw red so much is not because it looks like a craw, because most craw do not have orange or red pigment until early to late summer, and even then it's only for a short period of time. It's because of the fact that bass see red and green more than any other colors in the spectrum. For that reason, it is a great trigger color. After that, it's going to be a spinnerbait, typically in the 3/8 to ½ ounce range with a swim bait trailer to mimic a bait fish, usually a bluegill profile. And with this double willow blade here, I'm going to be able to fish this faster, more aggressively, while still maintaining true action of the bait in the water column. While if I want to slow things down, I can switch to a single Colorado blade. But regardless, the reason why the spinnerbait is one of my year-round go-tos because it's so versatile. You can draw a reaction bite because of the flash and the vibration of the blades. Also, you can draw that feed bite because of the bait fish profile. And that's exactly what happened here. We got a big female over 6.5 pounds, part of a group of big bass we've caught in this particular corner of the lake who like to come over here and feed up on bluegill and sunfish. And this one absolutely hammered that spinnerbait pretty much on the drop in less than 4 feet of water. Woo, look at that. Look at that shit. The reason this one basic lure is one of my all-time favorites is it's tried and true, having won multiple tournaments for pros like Kevin Van Dam over the years. It's also essentially weedless in profile, so even entry-level anglers can learn to throw them with confidence. Next up at number 3 is going to be a craw, either Texas rig or on a Ned rig. Both of these are our custom craws, available at the link below at Kickin' Bass Custom Baits. But the reason why I love throwing a craw in the early spring, in Colorado in particular, notoriously changing weather patterns. Yesterday it was 65 degrees and sunny. We caught a 4-pound bass right in the same spot, fired up on the lipless crankbait. Today, 32 degrees, high barometric pressure, having just snowed overnight, and it's freezing cold. So they've shut down to anything that's on the move. That doesn't mean that they're not right in front of your face still. They're not going to back out to deeper water just because of a couple days of colder weather. Typically, once they make that move up to shallow water to stage for the spring, they will stay there within 50 to 100 yards or so. You just have to switch it up to a more finesse-based approach. And as you can see right here in less than 2 feet of water at the edge of the rocks near this dam where bass are known to target crawfish, we got another decent bass, and that's because we slowed down our approach with the craw. Number 4 is a square bill crankbait, and for pre-spawn bass fishing, usually I like something that dives in the 0 to 2 foot depth range because anything 5 to 6 feet or more tends to be problematic in these shallow flats, these coves and corners of lakes where bass are moving up to stage for the spawn. And like I said, not going to move back out to deeper water just because of a couple of days of shifting weather. They're going to stay up here staging for the pre-spawn. You just have to trigger them. Today we've got the benefit of being able to draw both a reaction bite because of the wake created by this being a subsurface bait, and also the benefit of being able to draw a feeding bite because it mimics a perch, which a lot of the bass feed on in this particular body of water. So both of which play key roles in transitional times like this, especially days where conditions are not ideal like today, post-frontal conditions, higher barometric pressure, and we still got it done. And that is why square bill is one of my go-tos for spring bass fishing. That brings us to our 5th and final category for spring bass fishing, which is swim baits. My 2 favorites are the baby bullgill from Mike Buka or my custom designed big bass hunter swim bait from Kickin' Bass Custom Baits. And I specifically designed this bait to be slow sinking so that you could fish it in shallow waters in the spring or target suspended offshore bass by fishing it like a glide bait. Either way, very effective year-round lures, especially in the springtime where, like I mentioned, we've got shifting weather today, 32 degrees, colder, a little bit windy, but because we got a lake here with no shad population and very little craw, if any, for these bass to feed on, bluegill definitely become a primary source of food for them. For that reason, that's why it's important to match the hatch, as they say, to whatever your bass are feeding on. You're able to catch not one, but two nice bass today in less than ideal conditions. We did so by matching the hatch with that bluegill profile. So hopefully these tips will help you guys catch more fish during the pre-spawn. If you enjoyed today's video, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, make sure you hit that notification bell to stay up to date with our new videos and giveaways. And if you guys are interested in getting your hands on any of the custom baits that I make, hit the link in the video description or leave me a comment down below. I will get you guys taken care of. Until next time, I'm D with Kickin' Bass TV.
Subscribe.